And money is the key to beginning to escape. So we had Hustlers University. They attacked it when they attacked the Matrix. So now we've started our own banks. We have our own banking license, we have our own payment processing, we have our own data centers. So now
Was that because it all got taken off you when you were cancelled?
it's because they were attacking it.
Right.
So we built all the infrastructure ourselves.
So you're decentralized.
Completely. So it can't be attacked anymore. And that's the real world, and we can teach people how to make money. And the reason I teach people how to make money is because money is stage one to escaping the Matrix. You can't think for yourself and talk the things you believe if you need that wage and that person doesn't show up. You can't. The reason everyone wore the mask is because they had to pay the mortgage.
Or their wife told them to.
Or their wife told them to. That's right, yeah. So if you need breadcrumbs and you're a starving man, you can't really talk to the guy who has all the bread and tell him to get butter. So the first thing you do when someone says to me, I want to escape the Matrix and think for myself, is, okay, you need to be prepared financially. You need money to go to work. So the first thing I do is I teach anybody who's a fan of mine to make as much money as possible. And I don't do that to make money. In fact, the school is ridiculously cheap. It's so cheap, it's less than a lunch. Find out more on MOTIVATIONal.
Let's talk about prosperity or wealth, however you want to look at it. You can never create prosperity by talking or thinking about your lack of money. This is wasted thinking and cannot bring you abundance. Dwelling on lack only creates more lack. Poverty thinking brings more poverty, and gratitude thinking brings abundance. There are a few affirmations and attitudes that are guaranteed to keep prosperity beyond reach. Resenting other people for the amount of money they may have just puts up a wall between you and your own flow. Open your consciousness to new ideas about money, and it will be yours. There is never enough money. Now that is a terrible affirmation to use. Also the one, money goes out faster than it comes in. This is poverty thinking of the worst kind.
But the reason I do
What
it is
was the link again?
CobraTape.com.
Right.
But anybody who is a fan of mine, I want those people to be as wealthy as possible because they agree with my mindset and I want to equip my soldiers. I don't want everyone who agrees with me to be an unimportant brokey. I want the people who agree with me to be influential and rich. And I want them to be able to stand up and talk and fight for themselves. So this is the reason I teach people how to make money. Because I know anybody who resonates with my message, the wealthier they get, the better the war is going to be for me. So I wouldn't consider it philanthropic. I have an agenda, but my agenda is to find anybody who agrees with me and give them as much money as possible. So that's the real world, which is launching on CobraTape.com, because that's stage one. You're asking how to escape. Stage one is you must make money. I've tried very hard to help people with no money, but there's just too many blocks in the way. You can't put that on social media. You can't afford a day off work. You can't afford your boss to get mad. You can't afford to get arrested. You can't get a lawyer. You can't fight. You can't fight. You need bullets in your gun. So stage one is to get rich. Then you have to get rich while preserving your soul, and that's a harder part, right? Because as you get rich, as you climb, there are many different hands trying to drag you in different directions.
He says, looking at me over his glasses.
You have women, gambling, drugs, degeneracy, hedonism.
Isn't that why you have money?
Well, this is it. And you can dabble, but you certainly don't want to lose your soul completely.
Yeah.
The universe can only respond to what you believe about yourself and about life. Examine whatever negative thoughts you have about money and then decide to release them and let them go. They have not served you well in the past and will not serve you well in the future. You can buy an occasional lottery ticket for fun, but do not put a lot of attention into winning the lottery and think it will solve your problems. This is scarcity thinking or poverty thinking and cannot bring lasting good into your life. Winning the lottery seldom brings positive changes into anyone's life. In fact, within 2 years, most lottery winners have lost almost all their winnings, have nothing to show for it, and are often worse off financially than before. If you think that winning the lottery will solve all of your problems, you are greatly mistaken, because it doesn't involve changing consciousness.
You have large business interests offering more money, more power to believe X, to say X. I can sit here and say now, I have never sold a scam to anybody. I don't sell crypto pump and dumps to anybody. I don't sell soft drinks full of sugar to anybody. I've been offered money by gambling companies. I said no. Only thing I teach is teach people how to make money. And I know it works because I do it all myself. Me and my professors teach what we already do to all become multimillionaires. To people, and I've told the reason why. They've tried to get me to sell my soul, to sell crap to the world, endless times, and I've never done it. So you have these offers, right? When you're the most Googled man on the planet, do you have any idea how much they'll pay you to sell bollocks to people? Andrew, hey, here, this energy drink, say it's what you take to have high energy, and sell this shit full of sugar to children, and it's $100 million. I don't believe it. I don't do it. So then you have to keep your moral fiber and stay principled, which is another battle. But if you manage to make money and stay true to your own moral fibers and principles and stay perspicacious, word of the day, keep paying attention to the world and actually keep your eyes open and look around, then you'll naturally escape matrix. It's natural for the human mind, it's natural human evolution for us to spiritually escape the enslavement. Because the enslavement is from man, but our enlightenment is from God. It is natural for us, if you get rich enough to say no to ideas that you understand are innately wrong, if you get rich enough to have a different opinion, if you pay a lot of attention and you resist all of the temptations of the devil, the only possible end state is to escape matrix. It's an easy trajectory.
In effect, you're saying to the universe, I don't deserve to have good in my life except by a fluke chance. If you would only change your consciousness, your thinking, to allow the abundance of the universe to flow through your experience, you could have all the things you think the lottery can bring you. And you'd be able to keep them because they would be yours by right of consciousness. Affirming, declaring, deserving, and allowing are the steps to demonstrating riches far greater than you could ever win in a lottery. Another thing that can keep you from prospering is being dishonest. Whatever you give out in life comes back to you, always. And if you take from life, then life will take from you. It is that simple. You may feel that you don't steal, but are you counting the paper clips and stamps you may take from the office? Or are you a person who steals time, or robs others of respect, or perhaps steals relationships? All these things count and are a way of saying to the universe, I don't really deserve the good in life. I have to sneak around and take it. So become aware of the beliefs that may be blocking the flow of money in your life, and then change those beliefs and begin to create new, abundant thinking. Even if no one else in your family has done this, you can open your mind to the concept of money flowing into your life. If we want to prosper, then we must use prosperity thinking.
Most people fall off because they're too broke to think. You're too poor to have an opinion, so you're too poor to think. The rest fall off because they get a little bit rich and they get snapped up. But anybody who doesn't fall for those two traps ends up where I am. And there are a lot of us.
I have 2 prosperity affirmations I've used for many years, and they work well for me. They'll also work for you. 1, my income is constantly increasing. And 2, I prosper wherever I turn. I had very little money when I started using them, but consistent practice has made them come true for me. You know, for a long time I've believed that business is a place where we bless and prosper each other. I've never understood the concept of cutthroat business, where you try to cheat and put one over on the other person. That doesn't sound like a joyous way to live.